Afternoon campers, it's April 2nd, 2022. Finally getting near completion of this van at last. As some of you may know, Karen was very unwell August last year, and we're really only just getting back up to speed now. She's almost fully recovered, but it's been a bit of an awkward time. I may have mentioned in the previous video, this piece of yellow pine I've got here for the worktop, it came out of an old pub. It's quite thick, so when I bought it, it was unbelievably heavy. But having chopped dirty great holes in it for the cooker and drilled a few lightning holes underneath, it's not too bad. And for what I, virtually got it for nothing, I'm not going to argue. So I've just lined it up today. I've screw down, although it's not glued down, the old Mexican sideboard that I'm using as a kitchen unit. That's now fixed and bolted in place, and it's actually bolted. I don't know whether I can show you it or not. Yes. I've got to run a Unistrut, just a few feet of it, in the bolt fixings along the van, and I always put those in with the intention of having the ability to bolt this cabinet in place in 3 places. So it's retained and tied into the wall of the van. And then I've got dirty grate screws in the floor as well, and it will be glued down. This entire assembly, including the cooker, is probably the heaviest thing in the entire van. So I don't want that coming adrift, even though I've built a fairly strong bulkhead over there. I don't want that coming adrift in the event of an accident and doing us some harm. So it's going to be secured as well as I can make it. This is a Thetford triplex cooker. It's the same one as we have in my other van. I was originally going to take the cooker out the other van. I decided it was going to be too much of a faff. I will be selling the other van eventually, and although I will be taking the awning off the other van, that's easy enough to replace. Whereas taking the cooker out, I'll probably knock the value off the van. So I decided to get another cooker, and I laid out this kitchen unit some time ago. Got a clamp on there just to hold it tight in place, because I haven't actually screwed this down yet, and I need to make sure that I'm 100% spot on with the placement of the cooker. I put all this together ages ago, long before I fixed for the last time the lockers and did all the trimming. This is vinyl planking that we're using as a splashback, and I've got it here as well, in the areas where the doggies are probably going to be laying at night, so it'll be easy to wipe down. It's also why I painted that door. That door was originally an oak door out of an old TV cabinet that I put a bit of plywood into. We're making a cupboard here in between where the water tank's going. Got a cupboard with a shelf, and the heavy stuff can go in the bottom. But I was a little bit out with my measurements for this piece of trim here. So you can see I had to take a bit of trim off, out with the router, and create a little wedge in there to allow for this glass lid to open fully. But what I've ended up doing is creating a handy stop for it, and I shall probably put a little latch up there, because when the doors open, that glass lid could probably fall down. So come to conclusion, little catch, just hold it in place, and it's got a nice stop. And then I will have to splinter, I will have to varnish this. In fact, the whole thing is sanding down, because I've got a mark there which I use for alignment for my router jig, and it's left a bit of a mark there. So that will all need sanding down, but that just trims it off. I mean, two minds. I don't know how it comes out on the video here, but I've used a purple material. It's basically it's a fireproof paper product for putting pins in, but I've used that underneath the cabinets, and that combined with the 6000K or whatever it is white LEDs make it all a bit purple, so they may end up getting replaced with the same LEDs that I got there. And if I switch those on, where's the switch gone? Behind me. They're a much yellower light, although they're still quite white. So in two minds at the moment how this is going to work out. They're sort of a natural daylight in theory type light, but it's given a very purple cast, especially with this board that I've bought, and I've trimmed the cabinet under there as well. Originally there was ply covered in yellow vinyl, and I took it off a long time ago, but I wanted something to fill the gaps with, and this is ever so lightweight and ideal for pinning things on. But I thought I'd give you a quick update of some of the things I've done in the van over the past few weeks, because I haven't been able to do very many videos about this van at the moment. we are getting closer. Well, I'm getting to the point now where I'll soon be able to take it off the jack stands it's currently standing on, because I've got it up in there at the moment, and I can then turn it around, and I need to turn it around before I can finish off trimming the back doors, because I've got a satellite dish to stick on the roof and I can't do it under the carport where I am now, so I need to back it out, juggle the solar panels around a bit, get the satellite dish on there, get the wiring routed, and then I can finish off that piece of plywood that you can see there that trims the door. That one's covered and done. So buying extra bits you can sometimes delay your build a bit. I've also bought a lithium battery which is going in, a Renogy 200 amp battery, and we're almost finished with the shower now. We've got two, that's just a handhold, I've got two drain holes, one in each corner, because we've learned in the other van that unless you're pointing the right way it doesn't drain properly. There's a platform there that the toilet, the diamond composting toilet will sit on there, and they have a little flat foot that I'm going to place on top of this piece of board just to prevent it from toppling. That will be tied down with a strap when we use it, and the rest of the time it's going to be out of the van. The shower mix is ready to go, and as soon as this horrible cold spell we're currently enduring goes, because I stuck all the shower tray and this down last week when it was nice and warm, I can get on with the silicone. And then this room, apart from a bit of draft excluder around that, the fan on. Apart from a bit of draft excluder around that access hole into the area above the cab roof is done. We're almost finished in here as well. I've got an idea to cover these dents up in the fridge. I'm going to use a bit of this planking. It's pretty good stuff. The self-adhesive part of it is crap, absolute crap. It just doesn't stick. But if you combine spraying what you're sticking it on to with the trim fixed glue for the carpet and then put it on, that's been on there for months now, and weeks, quite a while anyway, and it hasn't moved. So I've also learned you can bend it with a heat gun. So I'm going to create a little trim piece out of this plastic that will go along there, wrap it around there, cover up those dents. So there you go, quick update on where we are with the Crafter. I actually now think I'm near to finishing it, and I really do think within the next few weeks I'm going to have this in a state where at least I can get it MOT'd and start using it. Anyway, sorry for the delay in updates on this build, and thanks for watching.